Everyone, today I stand before you to talk about something that goes far beyond appearances. We live in a world where beauty is often measured in numbers, on a scale, on a measuring tape, in the pixels of a filtered photo. But what if I told you that beauty is not in what the eyes see, but in what the soul reflects? True beauty is found in strength, in kindness, in the courage to rise after falling. It is in the scars that tell a story, in the imperfections that make us unique, and in the ability to turn pain into power. It is time we break the barriers of unrealistic standards and redefine what beauty truly means. Beauty is a concept that has been shaped by cultures, societies, and generations, yet its definition remains elusive. For centuries, people have associated beauty with symmetry, flawless skin, and physical perfection. We have been conditioned to believe that beauty is something tangible, something measurable by standards that are ever-changing. But the truth is, beauty is not about physical perfection. It is about the depth of one's character, the kindness in one's heart, and the strength of one's spirit. True beauty lies beyond what the eyes can see. It is not in the sculpted features or the latest fashion trends. It is found in the way a person carries themselves with confidence, in the warmth of their presence, and in the authenticity they bring to the world. Beauty is not something that fades with age, nor is it defined by society's ever-changing expectations. It is a reflection of who we are at our core. Consider the people who have left a lasting impact on the world, not because of how they looked, but because of how they made others feel. Some of the most inspiring figures in history were not conventionally beautiful by society's standards, yet they possessed a radiance that could not be ignored. Their beauty was in their resilience, their courage, and their ability to inspire change. A kind heart is more beautiful than any physical feature. We often remember people not for their appearance, but for the way they treated us. A simple act of kindness, a word of encouragement, or a compassionate gesture can transform someone's day and, in turn, their life. The beauty of kindness is that it creates a ripple effect. One act of goodness can inspire another, spreading warmth and positivity in ways that no external beauty ever could. Strength is another form of beauty that is often overlooked. Strength is the ability to rise after a fall, to persevere in the face of adversity, and to continue moving forward even when the road is difficult. Life is full of challenges, and those who emerge stronger, wiser, and more compassionate after facing hardships possess a beauty that is unmatched. There is nothing more admirable than a person who refuses to be defeated by circumstances and instead uses their struggles as a source of empowerment. Authenticity is one of the rarest and most beautiful qualities a person can have. In a world that constantly tells us to be someone else, to look a certain way, to act a certain way, to fit into a mold, it takes courage to embrace who we truly are. When someone is unapologetically themselves, they exude a confidence and charm that is far more attractive than any physical feature. True beauty is found in the uniqueness of each individual, in the quirks and imperfections that make them who they are. Beauty is also found in the way we make others feel. A person who uplifts those around them, who brings light into the lives of others, possesses a beauty that no mirror can reflect. The ability to listen, to understand, and to offer comfort to those in need is a quality that leaves a lasting impact. We are drawn to people who make us feel valued, who remind us of our worth, and who inspire us to be better versions of ourselves. There is beauty in vulnerability as well. Society often teaches us to hide our pain, to put on a brave face, and to appear strong at all times. But true strength lies in being vulnerable, in allowing ourselves to feel, to express our emotions, and to connect with others on a deeper level. When we embrace our vulnerabilities, we create space for genuine connections, for understanding, and for healing. The beauty of imperfection is another powerful aspect of true beauty. We live in a world obsessed with perfection, yet perfection is an illusion. It is our flaws, our scars, and our imperfections that make us unique. They tell the story of who we are, where we have been, and what we have overcome. The most beautiful people are often those who have faced hardships, who have battled their inner demons, and who have emerged stronger, wiser, and more compassionate. Happiness, too, is a form of beauty that cannot be ignored. There is something undeniably attractive about a person who radiates joy, who finds happiness in the little things, and who spreads positivity wherever they go. A genuine smile, a hearty laugh, and an infectious enthusiasm for life can light up a room far more than any physical feature ever could. Resilience, kindness, authenticity, vulnerability, and joy. These are the qualities that define true beauty. They are not bound by age, gender, or appearance. They are qualities that can be cultivated, nurtured, and shared with the world. When we shift our focus from external beauty to inner beauty, we begin to see the world differently. We start to appreciate people for who they are rather than how they look. We begin to value depth over superficiality, substance over appearance. It is time we redefine beauty. It is time we break free from the unrealistic standards set by society and embrace a definition of beauty that is inclusive, empowering, and uplifting. Beauty is not about conforming to a certain image. It is about embracing who you are and allowing your light to shine. When we recognize that true beauty lies beyond physical appearance, we free ourselves from the pressure to look a certain way. We begin to focus on what truly matters. Building meaningful relationships, spreading kindness, and becoming the best version of ourselves. The world does not need more people who fit into a narrow definition of beauty. It needs more people who are kind, compassionate, and confident in their own skin. The most beautiful people are not those with flawless skin or perfect features. They are the ones who have overcome hardships with grace, who treat others with kindness, and who carry themselves with confidence and dignity. They are the ones who choose to see beauty in themselves and in others regardless of appearances. True beauty is timeless. It does not fade with age, nor is it diminished by the imperfections that life brings. It grows with experience, with wisdom, and with the love we share with the world. When we embrace the idea that beauty is not about how we look, but about how we live, we begin to see ourselves and others in a new light. So let us redefine beauty. Let us celebrate individuality, embrace imperfections, and cultivate kindness. Let us break the barriers of superficiality and recognize that true beauty lies not in the mirror, but in the heart, in the mind, and in the soul. Self-acceptance is the foundation of true confidence. It is the ability to embrace who we are, flaws, strengths, imperfections, and all, without seeking validation from others. In a world that constantly pushes us to be something different, something better, self-acceptance is the key that unlocks a life of peace, self-respect, and inner strength. It is only when we stop comparing ourselves to unrealistic standards and start appreciating our uniqueness that we begin to develop unshakable confidence. From a young age, we are taught to measure our worth based on external factors: grades in school, appearance, social status, or approval from others. We grow up thinking that confidence is something we can acquire through achievements, praise, or external validation. But the truth is, confidence does not come from the outside. It comes from within. It is not about proving anything to the world. It is about knowing who you are and standing firm in that truth. And that begins with self-acceptance. Many people struggle with self-acceptance because they have been conditioned to believe that they are not enough. They think they need to change, improve, or meet certain standards to be worthy of love and respect. This belief creates a cycle of self-doubt, insecurity, and constant dissatisfaction. No matter how much they achieve, they still feel inadequate because they are measuring their worth based on external validation rather than self-acceptance. True confidence cannot be built on a foundation of self-rejection. When you do not accept yourself, every compliment feels like a lie, every success feels temporary, and every setback feels like proof of your unworthiness. But when you embrace yourself fully, flaws and all, you free yourself from the need to impress others. You stop trying to be someone you are not, and you start owning who you truly are. This is where real confidence begins. Self-acceptance means acknowledging your strengths without arrogance, and recognizing your weaknesses without shame. It means understanding that you are a work in progress and that is perfectly okay. It does not mean that you stop growing or improving. Rather, it means that your growth comes from a place of self-love rather than self-criticism. When you accept yourself, you set realistic expectations and goals, and you allow yourself the grace to make mistakes and learn from them. Many people chase perfection, believing that once they reach a certain standard, whether it be the perfect body, the perfect career, or the perfect personality, they will finally feel confident. But perfection is an illusion. No matter how much we strive to be perfect, there will always be something we feel is lacking. The pursuit of perfection is exhausting and never-ending because it is based on the fear of not being enough. Self-acceptance, on the other hand, is liberating. It allows you to be at peace with where you are while still striving for growth in a healthy and positive way. Confidence that comes from self-acceptance is unshakable because it does not depend on outside circumstances. When you rely on external factors for confidence, it becomes fragile, easily broken by failure, criticism, or rejection. But when your confidence comes from within, it is unwavering. You no longer fear failure because you understand that failure does not define you. You no longer fear rejection because you know your worth is not determined by someone else's opinion. One of the biggest barriers to self-acceptance is comparison. In today's digital age, where social media constantly presents us with highlight reels of other people's lives, it is easy to feel inadequate. We see people who seem to have everything: success, beauty, wealth, and we start to believe that we are not enough in comparison. But comparison is the thief of joy. It blinds us to our own strengths and makes us feel like we are in a race we never signed up for. The truth is, every person's journey is different. No two people have the same background, experiences, or challenges. Comparing yourself to others is like comparing a fish to a bird and expecting them to have the same abilities. Self-acceptance means recognizing your own path, your own pace, and your own value without measuring it against someone else's. When you stop comparing and start appreciating your own uniqueness, confidence naturally follows. Another challenge to self-acceptance is the fear of judgment. Many people hold back from being their true selves because they are afraid of what others will think. They suppress their opinions, hide their passions, and pretend to be something they are not just to fit in. But the reality is, no matter what you do, people will always have opinions. Some will love you, some will criticize you, and some will misunderstand you. Trying to please everyone is a losing battle. When you accept yourself, you free yourself from the need for approval. You realize that your worth is not dependent on others' opinions. You become comfortable in your own skin, and that comfort radiates as confidence. People are naturally drawn to those who are authentic because authenticity is rare. When you are unapologetically yourself, you inspire others to do the same. Self-acceptance also allows you to embrace your past without shame. Many people carry guilt, regret, or embarrassment over their past mistakes and experiences. They believe that their past defines them, that they are forever tied to their failures. But self-acceptance means understanding that you are not your past, you are not your mistakes. Every experience, good or bad, has shaped you into the person you are today. Instead of letting the past weigh you down, self-acceptance allows you to learn from it and move forward with wisdom and strength. Furthermore, self-acceptance leads to healthier relationships. When you accept yourself, you do not settle for toxic relationships that make you feel unworthy. You do not tolerate disrespect or mistreatment because you know your value. You attract people who appreciate and respect you for who you truly are, rather than those who expect you to change to fit their expectation. Confidence that comes from self-acceptance allows you to set boundaries, communicate your needs, and build relationships based on mutual respect and understanding. One of the most beautiful aspects of self-acceptance is that it allows you to live freely. You no longer feel the need to wear masks or pretend to be someone else. You wake up each day with a sense of peace, knowing that you are enough just as you are. You pursue your passions without fear, you express yourself authentically, and you embrace life with openness and joy. This kind of confidence is not loud or boastful. It is quiet, steady, and deeply rooted in self-respect. Ultimately, self-acceptance is a lifelong journey. It requires patience, self-awareness, and a willingness to let go of limiting beliefs. But once you begin to accept yourself fully, confidence becomes second nature. You no longer feel the need to prove anything to anyone. You walk with a sense of assurance, not because you are perfect, but because you know that you are worthy exactly as you are. And that is the kind of confidence that changes everything. Adversity is an inevitable part of life. No one goes through life without facing challenges, setbacks, and hardships. Yet, it is in these very struggles that strength is built. Strength is not something that comes from comfort or ease. It is something that is forged through difficulties, through moments of pain, through times when everything seems to be falling apart. Adversity is the greatest teacher, the most effective mentor, and the ultimate test of resilience. It is in the moments of struggle that true character is revealed, and it is through overcoming adversity that individuals emerge stronger, wiser, and more capable than they ever imagined. When adversity strikes, it often feels overwhelming. It can come in many forms: loss, failure, rejection, illness, financial struggles, heartbreak, or unexpected obstacles. In those moments, it is easy to feel like giving up, to feel like the weight of the world is too heavy to carry. However, the truth is that adversity is not meant to break us. It is meant to shape us. Every difficulty carries with it the opportunity to grow, to learn, and to become stronger. Strength is not just about physical endurance. It is about mental, emotional, and spiritual resilience. It is about the ability to stand back up after falling, to keep moving forward when the path is unclear, and to believe in oneself even when everything seems uncertain. Adversity forces people to dig deep within themselves, to find courage they never knew they had, and to push beyond their limits. Without adversity, growth would be impossible. If life were always easy, there would be no reason to develop resilience, no reason to push forward, no reason to discover what one is truly capable of. One of the most important lessons adversity teaches is perseverance. When faced with challenges, many people feel the urge to quit. The pain of failure or disappointment can be discouraging, making it tempting to stop trying. However, those who understand the value of adversity know that setbacks are not the end of the road. They are merely stepping stones towards success. Every great achievement in history has been built on a foundation of failures and hardships. Some of the most successful individuals in the world faced rejection, failure, and struggle before they reached their goals. What set them apart was their ability to persist, to keep going despite obstacles, and to use adversity as a tool for growth rather than as an excuse to give up. Adversity also fosters resilience. Life is unpredictable, and no one is immune to difficulties. Resilience is the ability to withstand hardships, to adapt to change, and to bounce back after facing difficulties. It is not about avoiding challenges, but about learning how to navigate them with strength and grace. People who have faced adversity often develop a unique kind of strength that allows them to handle future challenges with greater confidence. They know that no matter what happens, they have the ability to survive, to find solutions, and to rise again. This resilience is not something that can be taught in a classroom. It is something that is developed through lived experiences, through moments of struggle, and through the process of overcoming obstacles. Adversity also teaches people to appreciate what they have. It is easy to take things for granted when life is going smoothly, but when hardships arise, they serve as a reminder of what truly matters. Difficult times often bring a sense of clarity, helping individuals recognize the importance of gratitude, relationships, and inner peace. Many people who have faced significant challenges often find themselves more appreciative of the little things in life: the kindness of a friend, the warmth of a home, the strength of the human spirit. This perspective shift is invaluable as it allows individuals to find joy even in the midst of struggles. Moreover, adversity has a way of revealing true character. It is easy to be kind, confident, and positive when everything is going well, but true character is tested in difficult moments. How a person responds to adversity speaks volumes about their strength, values, and mindset. Some people allow hardships to make them bitter, while others use them as opportunities to grow, to become more compassionate, and to develop a deeper understanding of life. The strongest individuals are not those who have never faced difficulties, but those who have faced them head-on, learned from them, and emerged even stronger. Adversity also fosters empathy and compassion. People who have struggled understand what it feels like to be in pain, to feel lost, or to face uncertainty. This understanding often makes them more compassionate toward others who are going through similar struggles. They become more willing to help, to listen, and to offer support because they know firsthand how valuable kindness can be during difficult times. Some of the most inspiring leaders, mentors, and changemakers in the world have used their own experiences with adversity to uplift others, to create positive change, and to make a difference in the lives of those who are struggling. Another significant way that adversity builds strength is by teaching problem-solving skills. When faced with challenges, individuals are forced to think critically, to find solutions, and to adapt to new circumstances. These problem-solving skills become invaluable in all aspects of life, whether in relationships, careers, or personal growth. Every difficulty presents an opportunity to develop new strategies, to become more resourceful, and to learn how to navigate complex situations. People who have faced and overcome adversity often develop a sense of confidence in their ability to handle whatever comes their way, knowing that they have already conquered tough situations in the past. Adversity also teaches patience. In a fast-paced world where instant gratification is often expected, challenges remind individuals that growth takes time. Success, healing, and progress are not always immediate. They require patience, persistence, and faith. When things do not go as planned, adversity teaches the importance of trusting the process, of continuing to put in effort, even when results are not visible yet. Those who learn patience through hardships often find that they are more at peace with life's uncertainties and more willing to embrace the journey rather than just focusing on the destination. Perhaps one of the most profound lessons adversity teaches is self-discovery. Difficult times push individuals to question who they are, what they truly want, and what they are capable of. Many people discover their true strength, passions, and purpose only after facing significant challenges. Adversity forces individuals out of their comfort zones, pushing them to explore new possibilities, to take risks, and to redefine their sense of self. Without adversity, many would never discover their full potential. Ultimately, adversity is not something to be feared or avoided. It is a natural part of life that, when embraced with the right mindset, can be the catalyst for incredible growth and transformation. Strength is not built in moments of ease. It is built in the moments when one is forced to rise after falling, to find light in the darkness, and to keep moving forward, even when the road is difficult. Every challenge, every setback, and every hardship carries within it the opportunity to become stronger, wiser, and more resilient. The true measure of strength is not in avoiding difficulties, but in facing them with courage, learning from them, and using them as stepping stones toward a greater version of oneself. Kindness and empathy are the true markers of beauty. In a world where physical appearance is often glorified, it is easy to forget that real beauty lies in the way people treat others, in the warmth they extend, and in the compassion they show. Outer beauty is temporary. It fades with time, changes with age, and is subject to societal trends. However, kindness and empathy are timeless. They leave a lasting impression, create meaningful connections, and have the power to transform life. Kindness is the ability to be generous, understanding, and thoughtful toward others, even when there is no expectation of receiving something in return. It is in the small, everyday gestures, a smile to a stranger, helping someone in need, offering words of encouragement, that kindness reveals itself. A person who is kind radiates an inner beauty that cannot be matched by any physical feature. The way they uplift others, make people feel valued, and create a sense of warmth wherever they go is what truly makes them beautiful. Empathy, on the other hand, is the ability to understand and share the feelings of others. It allows people to connect on a deeper level, to be there for someone who is struggling, and to offer comfort and support. Empathy is what makes kindness meaningful. because it stems from a genuine understanding of others' emotions. When someone listens without judgment, offers a helping hand without hesitation, or simply acknowledges another person's pain, they are demonstrating the true essence of beauty. People often associate beauty with perfection, flawless skin, symmetrical features, or a well-maintained appearance. However, perfection is an illusion, and true beauty is found in imperfections. A person who has been through hardships and still chooses to be kind is more beautiful than someone who appears perfect but lacks compassion. A heart that understands pain and still chooses to be gentle is far more attractive than a face that conforms to societal beauty standards. Beauty is not in having everything together, but in how one treats others, in the love and kindness they share. Kindness and empathy create a ripple effect. When one person chooses to be kind, it inspires others to do the same. A single act of kindness can change someone's entire day, and sometimes even their entire life. Many people carry unseen burdens, struggles they do not talk about, pain they hide behind a smile, or battles they are fighting silently. A kind word, a listening ear, or a moment of genuine care can remind them that they are not alone. It is in these moments of connection that the real beauty of humanity shines through. Throughout history, some of the most admired and respected individuals have been those who embodied kindness and empathy. Leaders, activists, and change makers who fought for justice, stood up for the oppressed, and extended love even in the face of adversity are remembered not for their physical appearance, but for their hearts. Their beauty lies in the impact they had, in the lives they touched, and in the kindness they spread. True beauty is not in how one looks, but in how one makes others feel. In a world that often promotes competition and self-interest, kindness and empathy stand out as rare and valuable qualities. It takes strength to be kind in a world that can be harsh. It takes courage to show empathy when indifference seems easier. But those who choose kindness, even when it is difficult, are the ones who leave a lasting legacy. They are the ones whose presence is remembered not for how they looked, but for how they made others feel safe, valued, and loved. There is also a deep connection between kindness, empathy, and inner peace. People who practice kindness and show empathy toward others often experience a sense of fulfillment and joy that cannot be obtained through superficial means. Helping others, making someone smile, or being there for a friend in need creates a sense of purpose. It reminds individuals that beauty is not about standing out, but about lifting others up. The most beautiful souls are those who bring light to others, who make the world a little kinder, and who choose love over judgment. Kindness and empathy are also powerful tools for healing. Many people go through life carrying wounds from past experiences, rejections, betrayals, or losses that have left them feeling unworthy. A simple act of kindness, a moment of understanding, or a heartfelt conversation can help heal those wounds. When people see that they are cared for, that they matter, and that they are not alone, they begin to heal from the inside out. True beauty lies in the ability to be a source of healing for others, to be a safe space where they feel understood and valued. It is also important to recognize that kindness and empathy are not just about how one treats others, but also about how one treats themselves. Many people are kind to the world, but harsh on themselves. They criticize their flaws, doubt their worth, and struggle with self-acceptance. True beauty is found in self-compassion, being kind to oneself, embracing imperfections, and recognizing that worth is not defined by external validation. A person who is gentle with themselves radiates a confidence that is far more attractive than any physical feature. Society often defines beauty in narrow terms, but the truth is that beauty is diverse, multifaceted, and deeply personal. It is found in kindness, in the way a person makes others feel, in the warmth of their heart, and in the empathy they show. It is in the eyes that light up when speaking about something they love, in the laughter that comes from deep connections, and in the simple acts of love that make life meaningful. Beauty is not about fitting into a mold. It is about being authentic, being kind, and being present for others. As people age, physical beauty changes, but the beauty of kindness and empathy only grows stronger. The lines on a face that tell stories of laughter, the hands that have comforted others, the eyes that have seen both sorrow and joy, All of these things add to the beauty of a person's soul. In the end, what matters most is not how one looked, but how one lived, how they loved, and how they made the world a better place. The world does not need more perfect faces, it needs more kind hearts. It needs people who are willing to lift others up instead of tearing them down, who choose to listen rather than judge, and who spread love rather than hate. Real beauty is not in the reflection seen in a mirror, but in the reflection of one's actions, words, and intentions. It is in the ability to make someone feel seen, heard, and valued. Ultimately, kindness and empathy define real beauty because they create connections, foster love, and bring out the best in humanity. A person who is kind leaves a legacy that lasts far beyond their lifetime. Their beauty is not just seen, but felt. It is remembered in the hearts they touched, in the lives they changed, and in the love they spread. That is the kind of beauty that never fades. It only grows stronger with time. Redefining beauty starts with self-love. For too long, beauty has been dictated by unrealistic standards, external validation, and societal expectations. People are taught from a young age that their worth is tied to how they look, that their appearance determines their value, and that they must fit into a narrow definition of beauty to be accepted. But true beauty is not something that can be measured by physical features, makeup, or fashion trends. It is something that radiates from within, something that is nurtured through self-love, and something that is unique to every individual. Self-love is the foundation of true beauty because it allows a person to embrace themselves fully without needing validation from others. It is about accepting every part of oneself, the flaws, the imperfections, the strengths, and the weaknesses. It is about recognizing that beauty is not about looking a certain way, but about feeling confident, at peace, and comfortable in one's own skin. When a person truly loves themselves, they carry themselves differently. They walk with confidence, they speak with authenticity, and they exude a glow that no external factor can provide. One of the greatest barriers to self-love is comparison. In a world where social media constantly bombards people with images of seemingly perfect lives, it is easy to fall into the trap of feeling inadequate. People compare themselves to models, influencers, or celebrities, forgetting that these images are often filtered, edited, and carefully curated. The truth is that no one is perfect, and everyone has insecurities. The more a person compares themselves to unrealistic standards, the further they drift from self-love. Instead of seeking validation from the outside world, self-love requires turning inward and appreciating one's own unique beauty. Another obstacle to self-love is self-criticism. Many people grow up internalizing negative beliefs about themselves, whether from societal pressure, family expectations, or personal experiences. They look in the mirror and see only flaws. They focus on what they lack rather than what they have. This self-criticism creates an endless cycle of dissatisfaction, making it impossible to see their own beauty. But self-love means shifting that perspective. It means speaking to oneself with kindness, replacing self-criticism with self-acceptance, and realizing that beauty is not about being flawless, but about being real. Self-love is also about taking care of oneself, not to fit into society's definition of beauty, but because one's body and soul deserve love and respect. It means nourishing the body with healthy food, exercising not to meet a beauty standard, but to feel strong and energized, and resting when needed. It means setting boundaries, surrounding oneself with positive influences, and letting go of toxic relationships that diminish self-worth. When a person truly loves themselves, they prioritize their well-being, and that self-care reflects in their presence, energy, and the way they interact with the world. True beauty is not found in external validation, but in self-acceptance. People who love themselves do not need the approval of others to feel beautiful. They do not seek perfection because they know they are already enough. They understand that beauty is not about looking a certain way, but about being comfortable with who they are. They embrace their natural features, their scars, their uniqueness, and they wear their confidence like armor. This kind of beauty is unshakable. It is not dependent on trends or opinions, but on the deep-rooted belief that they are worthy just as they are. Self-love also transforms the way a person sees others. When someone is at peace with themselves, they no longer judge others based on superficial qualities. They see beauty in diversity, in different body shapes, skin tones, and features. They understand that beauty is not about competition, but about authenticity. People who love themselves do not need to bring others down to feel good. Instead, they uplift, encourage, and celebrate the uniqueness of those around them. True beauty is not about standing out. It is about shining from within and allowing that light to inspire others. Loving oneself also means embracing change. Beauty is not static. It evolves with time, experience, and growth. Society often pressures people to hold on to youth, to resist aging, and to fear change. But self-love allows a person to embrace every stage of life with grace and appreciation. It means seeing wrinkles as a sign of wisdom, stretch marks as a symbol of strength, and scars as reminders of resilience. It means understanding that beauty does not fade with age. It deepens, becomes richer, and reflects the journey a person has taken. Self-love is also about owning one's story. Every individual has a unique journey filled with struggles, triumphs, and lessons. True beauty is found in those stories, in the battles fought, in the resilience shown, and in the growth experienced. People who love themselves do not hide their past or their imperfections. They embrace them. They understand that their journey has shaped them into the person they are today, and they carry their experiences with pride. In redefining beauty, self-love is not just an individual act, it is a movement. When people choose to love themselves, they challenge society's unrealistic beauty standards. They send a message that beauty is not about fitting into a mold, but about embracing individuality. They inspire others to do the same, creating a world where people are valued for who they are rather than how they look. The more people choose self-love, the more beauty is redefined, not as something that can be measured by external features, but as something that radiates from within. Ultimately, self-love is the most powerful form of beauty because it is real, unchanging, and deeply personal. It is the kind of beauty that does not fade with time, that does not need validation, and that cannot be defined by anyone but oneself. A person who loves themselves is beautiful not because of how they appear, but because of the way they carry their spirit, the confidence they exude, and the kindness they share. When beauty is redefined through self-love, it becomes limitless, inclusive, and truly authentic. In the end, redefining beauty begins and ends with self-love. It is not about conforming to societal standards, seeking validation, or striving for perfection. It is about embracing oneself fully, with all the strengths, flaws, and uniqueness that make each person who they are. True beauty is not found in physical appearance alone, but in the confidence that radiates from within, in the kindness extended to oneself and others, and in the acceptance of one's journey. When a person loves themselves, they break free from unrealistic expectations and redefine beauty on their own terms. They recognize that beauty is not about comparison, but about authenticity. It is about living with self-respect, carrying oneself with confidence, and valuing one's worth beyond external validation. Self-love is the foundation upon which true beauty stands, and once a person embraces it, they become unstoppable. As more people choose self-love, beauty will no longer be limited by trends or stereotypes. It will become a reflection of individuality, strength, and self-acceptance. The most beautiful people are not those who fit a standard, but those who own their uniqueness with pride. When self-love becomes the definition of beauty, the world becomes a place where everyone is enough just as they